Lord, I know that I don't deserve to be in your presence tonight, but all I can do is avail myself. True, I know that I've messed up so much, a lot of mistakes made, but all I can do is humble myself. Cause you say, as come as you are, I've come as I am, to nobody else but you. And if you can use anything, Lord, cause you can use anything, please God, here I am. So use me now, today I come, I'm available, I'm available, cause you are able to use me now, today I come, I'm available, I'm available, cause you are able. Here I am back to you, here I am once again, Lord, I'm available. I leave my past behind, I choose to follow you, I choose to live for you, Lord, I choose to do your will. Cause you say, just come as you are, I've come as I am, to nobody else but you. And then if you can use anything, Lord, cause you can use anything, please God, here I am, Lord. So use me now, today you come, I'm available, I'm available, I'm available, yes you are, cause you are able, oh, to use me now, I sing, I'm available, I'm available, I'm available, yes you are, cause you are able, oh, my heart, my soul, my mind, all of me, I give myself away, away to you, Lord. With everything of mine, I surrender all now to you, Lord, yes. I give myself away, away to you, Lord. Oh, it all belongs, it all belongs, it all belongs to you. My heart, my life, my everything, it all belongs, it all belongs. Hallelujah. Somebody lift up your voice. Let's sing. Everyone, I'm available. Oh yes, God, I'm available. Here I am, Lord, cause you are able. From the bottom of your hearts, let's sing together louder. I'm available, I'm available, oh, here I am. Let's take it to another level, everyone say, heal me now, Lord, yeah. I'm available, I'm available, here I am, oh, yeah. Don't pass me by today, I'm available, here I am, because you are able. Bless me now, touch me now, heal me now, forgive me now, deliver me, oh yes you are. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you do, what you did yesterday. All he wants from me is your heart, your mind, your soul, everything about you. Oh, God is able to do exceeding, abundantly, above all we could ask or even think. With the power that works within us, just tell him, Lord, I'm available, Jesus. are able.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.
Yeah, hello. You're welcome once again to an exciting episode of Health Chats with Dr. Jobi. My name is Jobi Adeloye, and I'm going to be your host for the program. And it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be something that I'll be looking forward to. And I expect you to ask your questions where you can. You're free to ask all the healthcare inquiries that you may have, regarding public health issues, regarding things delaying you from traveling, regarding things delaying you from going to school or, moving or getting to work, or all those little things that you don't want to talk about or that you feel shy of talking about. You can we can discuss about it with all sense of discretion and anonymity, whereby we use scenarios and then we discuss. So that's basically the bulk of what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be talking around things that you don't want to talk about. Things like for men, erectile dysfunction. We want to talk about hemorrhoids. When number 2 is not coming out, and stressing and emphasizing on the importance of fiber, of vegetables, of fruits, of things that you should eat to help with number 2 coming out. If you understand what I mean by number 2, there's number 1, there's number 2. Yeah. So. And then things around surrogacy, there are climates, or there are countries, there are situations where people are like, hey, I need a baby, or I want to have babies, and babies are not coming from God, and there are options that one can also still discuss. Now, as a point of emphasis, as a disclaimer, this is not a replacement for your primary physician's prescription. This is not a replacement or a substitute for your medical prescription. So you got an emergency, please go to your doctor, go to your primary physician and get your medication or get your prescription from your primary physician. What we're doing on this program is basically to share using case studies, using cases, using experiences, and adding value to the social capital of the community. So we'll be discussing a few tips on what to do when emergencies strike. Usually emergencies would not give you a notice that, hey, I'm coming, I'm going to happen tomorrow. It just happens. That's why it is an emergency. So you got any emergency, please dial 911, and you're going to get your 3 visitors, and then you're going to get it sorted out. But things that you should do or that you can do before the emergency personnel arrive are also things that we're going to be discussing. I'm a training partner with the Canadian Red Cross, and I will be sharing a few tips, that you can do regarding things related to, say, oh, you see nosebleeds, what do you do? How do you, or someone has lost a tooth and the place is bleeding, what do you do? We'll be dropping a few tips on this program and other programs, and then we'll also move on from there. So a couple of things to also expect, in other episodes will be that it won't be just me. Today is the maiden edition, so you're going to be seeing just me. Other editions, you're going to be seeing myself and invited guests, whereby it could be anybody. It could be someone from the healthcare sector. It could be someone from the construction, commercial, transportation, name it. And then they will be sharing from their perspective, and then we're going to be having a mesh of ideas, of solutions, and adding value ultimately to you and to what you do. So once again, my name is Jobi Adeloye. I'm so happy to anchor this program, and I look forward to your comments. I look forward to things that you want to discuss with me and things that you feel you want to share with me, and then I'm going to air it with all sense of discretion, and if there are names, I may remove the names, so that we also adhere to the Privacy Information Act, so we're not unduly exposing someone else's privacy. So for today, one tip I'm going to start with will be nosebleeds. As I said, it happens once in a while where you just suddenly see that, oh, you're sneezing, or or someone around you suddenly is talking, and then you suddenly start seeing this trickle, of blood popping. Don't be scared. I know quite a lot of people, many people get scared when they see blood, and it's nothing to really be scared about. Okay? One thing to do is this. Bleeding of all types still follow the same protocol of events, and there are also steps that you can take to make sure that that bleeding stops. And one cardinal way to stop bleeding is to stop the bleeding. Try to stop the bleeding. So it's by compression. So oftentimes when I ask people, hey, what do you do if someone and you were in charge and someone was bleeding beside you, and then they say, oh, you raise the person's head up, and then ask the person to sit down, never lie down, and get the person to lean forward, never backward. Forward, never backward. Yes, forward, and give the person some bandage or some clothing, or some handkerchief to catch any blood that would come out while the person is leaning forward. Ask the person to breathe through the mouth while you apply pressure by pinching the soft part of the nose. So you just pinch the soft part of the nose for about 10 minutes. It should stop. If it doesn't, if you release it after 10 minutes and it's still coming out, apply pressure again. Okay? All this time, throughout this time, make sure that you have your phone ready. You have already checked and you've seen that this is a case of nosebleeds. So you should be prepared to call 911 or call for help, or call for an emergency. If the person falls dizzy and passes out and becomes unconscious and not breathing, then you may need to start CPR. Okay, so that's for bleeding from the nose. If it's from bleeding from the tooth, and you see that maybe you're a toddler or an adolescent or someone that is growing has lost a tooth and bleeding from that point, you could just get some clothing or some bandage and get the person to bite down. That still acts as a sort of compression to that point of bleeding. So that's what you do to the source of bleeding, and then you get the tooth and put inside some milk, some coconut water, some liquid medium, and take that tooth to the dentist. You could still get it back, or the decision will be from your dentist. So that's those are the tips I have for you today. There are other tips that I'm going to be bringing out one by one in, other episodes. So for today, for this week, I have an announcement. I know that September 18th, the Minister for Health in Manitoba is going to be having some barbecue. Well, that's for those living in Southdale. So if you live around Southdale, there is some barbecue event going on the 18th of September. The 18th of September. Sometime in September. I'm going to give you the actual date, But it's in Southdale community, and I would like you to be there. It's being hosted by the MLA for Southdale community, and do make your way to the barbecue. So if you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, drop your comment in the comment section below. I would see it, I would read it, and I would do everything in my power to, if it's to get a solution, and if it's to talk about it, fine. And comments are welcome, contributions are welcome, and thank you once again for tuning in to Health Chats with Dr. Jobi. For this week, gold in your pocket has no value until you bring it out to shine. So if you want to get a job, it starts with an application. If you want to get a program, it starts with an action. If you have faith for something, also back it up with works. Show me your faith, I'll show you mine by my works. So the action to getting what you plan to do and moving you to your goal this week, make sure you start it. It starts with a single step. Thank you so much for joining me on this program and joining True Word TV on this program. Looking forward to meeting you again. Same time on Thursday next week on Health Chats with Dr. Jobi. Bye for now, and God bless you.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.
My name is Pastor Joy. I invite you to tune in on a regular basis to the True Word Television and be blessed by God's servants from all over the world. Welcome. We look forward to seeing you soon.
God bless you. I love you all. I'll see you. Oh, they tell me I forgot something. Ooh, sorry, Basala. I forgot. Ooh, Nintole. Wahambanati. Oh, Wahambanati.
Siamo
I said, sing it for me. This is what they said. What's it? Wafamanaina. Oh, Wafamanaina. Oh, Wafamanaina. Agukeza. Oh, esa. Wafamanaina. Oh, Wafamanaina. Oh, Wafamanaina. Agukeza. Agukeza, yes. Agukeza, yes. Squamushaina. Squamushaina. Agukeza, yes. Agukeza. Agukeza, yes. Squamushaina. Squamushaina. Agukeza, yes. Agukeza. Now, ago, I went to Venda. They said to me, aye, you needed to sing it in Venda. This is what they said.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.